Hey guys, this is Adam. Today we're going to do the continuation of a video I did before, which was an open stance. And once you've got that down, we're using his legs and driving through his hips and all that, then the next part is we're going to work on his racket, especially just before we hit the ball through his contact point. And we're going to do a lot of different stuff when it comes to that kind of stuff. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to make the swing a little more efficient, a little smaller, but then massively explosive as we hit the ball. So the first thing we're going to do, when we take the racket back, we are going to get the left and the right hand to work together. If you can keep the left hand on the racket as long as you can, that's going to really make a good turn. Now the elbow should slightly come away from the body. If the elbow gets stuck here or close, when you take the racket back, it's really easy to open up on the wrong side of the body. And again, this whole video we're trying to talk about keeping the racket on this side of the body. So left and right hand work together, elbow comes out a little bit. Now we don't want to be like, well, Pete Sampras did this and he made quite a bit of money playing tennis. So I'm not saying that that's not a terrible way to do, but there's a better way. And the better way is just to slightly take the elbow away. Okay, so the ball comes, left and right hand work together, elbow comes out. Now the racket is going to be laid out with the strings pointing away from us in this position. Depending on what grip you use, whether you use I use an Eastern, but because I'm old school, but Eastern, semi-Western, that's going to change this. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to let my elbow slightly come out, I'm going to go left and right hand together, and I'm going to lay my racket out so my strings are pointing away from me. Okay, now here comes the cool part. So when I'm going to go hit the ball, I'm going to start the swing with my legs and my hips. I'm going to push off the ground and my hips are going to go. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull my racket towards the ball. And what that's going to do, it's going to let my racket lay back a little bit and put a little bit of tension on this forearm, which allows me to get a whole lot of power as I hit the ball. I would definitely make sure that you're doing this once you've got the fundamentals down of a forehand. I think if you've never played tennis before and you start trying to introduce the wrist into a forehand, it's just going to go all over the shop. There's a couple of videos online of guys saying you don't want to use the wrist in the tennis, and there's a guy out there doing this, and he obviously is not that sophisticated a tennis player. So once you've got the basics down and you're playing some good tennis, then you want to start doing this. But I'd probably do it with a tennis pro, because if you start messing around this without some professional help, it could get really squirrely on you. So, all right, so let's do it all together. So I'll go this way. So ball comes, left and right hand work together, elbow goes away from you, I pull the racket towards the ball, and then I roll my wrist over the ball. I don't want to keep hold of this like this. When I make contact, my racket needs to be coming this way, and then I pull it over to the other side. Some other channels online are talking about why you don't want to pull the butt of the racket towards the ball. And he kind of says that if you pull and you keep pulling, it's going to make the ball go a little left or right, which it will, but we don't keep that angle. When we're going to hit the ball, we're releasing, and then we're rolling over. So we're going to do some video of me hitting the old way forehand without any wrist really, and then we're going to do some forehands where I am using my wrist and really pulling the racket towards the ball, and we'll see the difference. So hope you enjoy this. I'm going to go and hit about 5 balls without really using much wrist, and then 5 balls with using my wrist. Now Harry's feeding it, and as you've seen in the videos before, this could go all over the place. This might take us a long time to get through 10 balls, but he's looking good this morning. He said he's feeling good, so let's hopefully he can make some feeds. Okay, here we go. So this one's without any wrist. So I'm still turning, but I'm just really not using much wrist. And the ball's going pretty good. Whoa, here he goes. Here his feeds are getting squirrely already. Okay, now we're going to try and use the same take back and all that, but now we're going to try and pull the racket towards the ball, and let's see what happens with his ball. Unbelievable. At least he didn't shank it. Here we go. It just sounds a lot bigger. I don't know if you can hear that. That was a little out. So hopefully that picks it up there, that when I'm coming in to hit the ball, if I pull my racket and relax my wrist and I get my racket slightly this way, that when I hit the ball I have a lot more velocity going into the shot. It might make me hit the ball a little wilder, but that's just, that's a good problem to have. If I've got that much power, I've got to kind of control it with a little bit more topspin. So I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.